Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It's your girl, Florence.
And we're back, like we never
back.
left, even though we did leave.
We did
for
leave
a while.
for a long time. We left you high and dry.
We did. But we're doing this credits episode, basically just like an update. Where are we now? Where have we been? What's to come? Basically, just because it'd be kind of awkward, obviously, if we just like came back doing episodes as per usual without an explanation.
Literally, I couldn't agree more. So I think it's important to let you guys know that we didn't just like abandon you, or we aren't one of those flaky podcasters. We actually had reasons that we disappeared.
Exactly, we didn't get into a fight. There was no love lost. Like, we're still cool. As you can probably hear, I'm sick as hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to me today? Do you know what happened to me today? So I'm sick, yeah. For the past 4 years, so since 2016, every time around this year, I get deathly ill, yeah. So today, my dad kindly went to the pharmacy to buy me some night nurse, and it's Sunday that we're recording this, so he literally was just on the cusp, he was able to get it, cool. That night nurse had not been in my house for 2 minutes, yeah, before I accidentally dropped it on the floor.
And it shattered.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so I had to salvage some, let me even show you. I had to salvage some of it, yeah? And I have it in a mug.
How did you salvage it though? How was that possible?
Basically, it was actually good because it was like dripping, like out of the box. It was like dripping. So that it was good that way as well because there was no glass in it. So it literally is all in this mug, and I've had to cover the mug up and then take my teaspoons when I need it.
Oh, I'd have just downed the whole thing. Down it.
That's how people die, you know. Do you know how much stuff that has in it? It's got bare stuff in it.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's true because that's.
I didn't even take paracetamol the whole of today because I knew I was getting it.
Really, it's true because that's what's in lean, isn't it? That stuff. So it is kind of.
Yeah, and I always remember the story of this girl that died because she had too many Lemsips. You know the Lemsip packet things.
I definitely abuse my Lemsip consumption. I guess we're all drug addicts.
We all are, man. If it's not alcohol, it's Lemsip, boy.
It's one or the other. But guys, so yeah, I don't know, I feel so awkward. But yeah.
It's
guys.
Such a weird episode.
It's such a weird episode, guys. But I think you just have to I just have to come out and say it. I'm not pregnant, by the way. Because I feel like, what the hell? No, I'm not pregnant. But,
I also feel like we would still be recording even if you were pregnant.
Yeah, we definitely would have. I would have just been moaning about this doggone child in my belly. But, no, yeah.
About your swollen feet.
My swollen feet. Guys, no. So, obviously, as you guys know, we had the pandemic. And unfortunately, my family was affected greatly by the pandemic. My grandpa actually caught COVID. And he ended up passing away on the 16th of July. It's just been like a living nightmare ever since then, you know. And then you get thrown into stuff after that, like planning funerals and, service of songs. Literally, and guests, like there have been guests in and out of this house, like, since then. I think the past.
How have you been coping with guests and things?
To be honest, like a lot of people just, you know how Nigerians are, like, I don't know, like if you've ever experienced like that, the way they behave during like a mourning period, but they just came, you know, they had their masks. It was difficult to social distance because the first few like weeks there would be so many people in the house, so we'd have people in the living room, the dining table, the kitchen. And then on the good days, we'd have people in the garden. So that's kind of what we were doing. And then I guess towards like when things started to die down, which was a funeral, people just kind of stopped wearing masks. I guess you have that false sense of security, like, oh, we've seen you so many times because we had quite a few.
Yeah, we haven't gotten it, that's why.
Yeah, so it was like that. But, you know, we just have to be safe because I've heard horror stories of people, you know, in the same situation where people have come to kind of tell them sorry after somebody's passed away and then... what's the word, share their condolences or whatever, and then like someone in the family of someone who's bereaved has caught COVID and passed. So again, it's a dicey situation, but for the past 2 weeks it's kind of calmed down and I've been able to like think straight. But yeah, like to be honest, I just wasn't in the frame of mind to be recording at all.
Which is understandable.
literally, BD's been exceptionally patient and supportive during this time.
Girl, bye. Do you know what? It's so sad because obviously, like, we're friends, innit? This is not just a podcast thing. So it's been really difficult watching you go through that, especially knowing how close you and your granddad are. Like, for me, yeah, me and my grandparents, one of my grandparents are dead. They had all died by the time I was like 10 or something. So me and them niggas were really that close. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't really that deep. But I feel like your granddad has been more of a granddad figure to me than my own grandparents because of how much you talk about him and like how the couple of times that I've met him, how you guys interact and stuff. So it was really like, I literally was like, Lord Jesus, if anyone, like, take my grandparents again before you take
oh my God,
Foren's granddad, honestly.
Literally.
So it's been like, the podcast is literally nothing compared to you getting better and sort of feeling yourself again.
Yeah, it's been very, very difficult. And like Vidi said, I know, like, I think sometimes when I tell people, oh, my grandpa passed, there's this kind of like, there's like, oh, like, really sorry for your loss.
Right.
But and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, this man was like the center of my universe. Like, he was my gravity. Like, he was everything to me and then some. Like, there's and it's kind of worse, like, when you start hearing stuff about him that you didn't even know, or like the stuff people come and tell you that he did for them, and you're like, this man was like so great, like, and I thought I knew how great he was, but he was even better than what I knew.
Then you
like,
remembered,
yeah, like, he was just such I've never met a human being like him. He transcended like being just a normal person. He was the most patient, kind, loving, generous, godly, just, he was the closest thing to like Jesus like I've ever encountered. I've never met someone. He never raised his voice with any of us. I never saw him angry. He was always the voice of reason. So, you know, it's a massive loss. And we weren't prepared for you. There's no way you could have told me that at the beginning of this year, like, oh, your grandpa's not going to be here at the end of the year. Like, I'd have been like, what the hell? Like, there's no way.
Yeah. No, I mean, the memories, this is what I mean, like, and also your memory is good. So the memories are comforting, and it's not even like you just have your memories to rely on. It's like because he was one of those people that touched so many people, like, the legacy lives on. It's not as if like he was just a great granddad to me. It's like for generations and generations, people are going to hear of what he did, of who he was. And that's so lit to me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think it's true. And I guess at this point, it's just about carrying on the legacy he left behind and just being the kind of best. And also, I just literally was like, I need to make it to heaven no matter what, because I have to see him again. Like, it cannot just be like, oh, yeah, this is it. Like, nah.
All in vain.
Yeah. So, guys, I guess there's so much more I could say, but that's in summary, like, why we haven't been recording. But I feel like I'm determined to get my life back. Like, he wouldn't have wanted me to be as lost as I've been and just as, you know, insular and kind of, and it gets so easy. I was saying to my friend today that, like, you do this stuff for so long, you suddenly, like, you kind of like forget how to even interact with people. Like, people message me and I can't be bothered to respond because, like, I've had this bubble of people who I talk to regularly, which has been my family and like my partner, and everybody outside of them. It's not that I don't love them or I don't appreciate like the stuff they've said, but it's different. I feel like nobody else gets what I'm going through. So it's like trying to re-emerge and talk to people, and human interaction is just weird, but I have to start doing some of the stuff that's normal to get back to it, and it'll be a process
to get back into that space,
literally.
And the thing is, it's baby steps. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually baby steps.
Yeah, but this podcast makes me really happy. Like, on a brighter note, it really makes me happy, and we have fun. And I've watched so many documentaries like during these periods as well, or this period rather.
Yeah,
and I've just been like, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. So I'm looking forward to getting back.
Yeah, no, it's exciting.
Yeah,
I've also been re-listening to our old episodes, and I think for me, I listen to them back because, first of all, my memory is trash, and like I actually enjoy the podcast. So like, even if it wasn't our podcast, I would listen to it. And also, like, it was nice because I would hear Foren's like making jokes and laughing and like belly laughing and singing with her shit voice. And it would make me like so happy inside at the same time, because it's like I know that that's not where she was at the moment that I was listening to it, but it was like, oh, do you know what, like we'll get here again, do you know what I mean, like that joy will come again, even though it will be different. So it's crazy. I mean, I hope you guys can understand that like this break was very, very necessary.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And one thing that I've learned, and I think Forenz has sort of taught me, is that like when it's time to take a break, you need to take a break. Because for me, I'm very much like, oh, let's go Barbie girl, do you know what I mean, like let's go, like skill but yeah, like I'm proper like let's go. And this is really important in teaching me that like in life you have to take a break, like you have to rest and recover. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically what this has been a rest and recovery. And so we're going to try and be consistent with it, bringing you like new documentaries, and we've discussed things that we want to do and stuff like that. So yeah guys, thank you for rocking with us and being around.
You rocking with the best. That's the truth. We are now a family. Okay, you know guys, we're a family.
A couple of updates actually. So one, we've got a new logo. I hope you guys noticed that, because if you didn't, then I don't know for you. Maybe you need an eye test. Maybe I need to do that for you.
Yeah, but can I just say, can I interject
I'm so
to say that BD made the logo? I don't want it to just be, oh, we've got a new logo and it's out there. BD did this whilst I was like in mourning and hibernation. She did it, concept and everything. I had F4 contribution to that, other than, oh, I really like it.
You know what it is?
So I need you guys to know.
No, do you know what it is? No, do you know what it is? So, okay, for me, my love language is acts of service and quality time, right? I like to do shit, and I like things to be done for me, right? So that's the way that I know how to love, okay? It's like, I'm not great with the whole emotion stuff most of the time. I've improved greatly. But like for me, I'm more of a what do you need kind of friend. Like, just tell me what I can do and then I'll do it, yeah? And so when Forenz was like really like in the thick of it, I was like, rah, shit, what can I do? Like I'm like, and then the quality time thing, I couldn't even really come and spend time, because I was like, the thing that caused this to happen, I'm not trying to, and I've been having to go to work, so I don't want to come and bring any potential anything around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what can I do? And then I was like, you know what? Cool. Let me try, because as you probably can guess, Forenz is in charge of like the social media aspect of our whole podcast thing, because she is the Twitter queen. She does all the ting-dems. And
Twitter fingers.
I just post and go. Twitter fingers. I just post and go. So I was like, you know what? We've been talking about getting a new logo, because the first one we had was kind of shit, but also like we just did it because we didn't want it to stop us from starting the podcast. We just wanted to start the podcast. So we were like, you know what? Cool concept, cool. We came up with a concept. We wanted to get like a graphic designer and everything to do it. But then one day I had gone on like a walk for like an hour and a half, and I was like thinking about it, and I was just like, let me just try a little something, make a little mock-up, and then we'll send it to a graphic designer to do it. And then I sent it to Forenz, and she was like, oh, I really like it. And I was like, oh my god, I really like it too. And then we tweaked a couple things, and then like it was done. So I just feel like, oh, okay, yeah, like it just worked out. I think it just exemplifies like who we are now, and obviously now that we've had the break and we're starting again, it's kind of like a rebirth.
Yeah,
it
like definitely
coming out
is.
of the cocoon.
It's definitely a good time to have changed it, and I personally, for one, love it. So yeah, no,
I for two love it.
I'm looking forward to like just what we have planned for you guys in the future, and obviously like BD said, it's a rebirth as well, and we're working on a few other things. And once COVID dies down and like things are like back to some sort of, you know, we have even bigger things planned as well. So just keep rocking with us. Keep, you know, subscribing, telling your friends. You tell your friends. She tell her friends. We can be friends.
Do you know what? That's the perfect segue, because we also have Two Girls, One Dog, the playlist, which is basically a compilation of all the songs we've ever referenced, sang, mentioned, butchered on this podcast. So literally, like, it has everything. And obviously some we reference multiple times, so they're not on there multiple times, so you know, you get the gist. But basically there's actually quite a few of them on there now. Like, I went through all the episodes and I was like picking them, so that's also something you can listen to if you just want to kind of get into our mind space, kind of want to know, you know,
what these bitches be on. And compilation is a word you only ever hear in porn, so it's such a great thing that like we've taken it and we've reclaimed it and made it.
So it's funny because there's so many compilations on YouTube that are not porn.
If you type, there was a day I typed in compilation and literally just came up with porn stuff. Like
that's crazy.
Yes,
that's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's a very pornographic word because people always compiling pornographic
to you.
That's so funny. But guys, yeah. So tell them what we're doing next. I only say this because I can't remember the name of the doc.
Okay, so next, and by next we mean next week. Sorry guys, I just had a little coughing fit. I'm putting myself on mute so that Florence doesn't have to deal with the chokiness that I'm choking right now. But yeah, in good news though, with this cold, like my voice is gonna get to that like husky, sexy phase. I'm hoping that'll be next week. So hopefully for what I'm about to say, my voice will be nice and sexy. But the documentary we're doing next is called The Rise of the Murdoch Dynasty. They pronounce it dynasty, but whatever. It's on BBC iPlayer. It's 3 episodes, but I reckon we'll cover it in one because we can. And have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it.
Do you know what? There's a familiar face there, and I'm so excited.
Are you serious?
So excited.
Okay, yeah.
There's a familiar face. I don't want to do spoilers, but I'm so excited. Like, if you guys have listened to our previous episodes, I won't say which episode because I might give it away. But yeah, there's a familiar face there, and I am excited for this one, honestly. Someone recommended this documentary series to me, and I was like, you know what it is? In summary, yeah, your life is not your own, and power is not just a TV show. Honestly, I feel like this documentary showed me that it's just nothing is anything, and like there's just levels to the power in it. I've been known. We live in a simulation. We are Sims. It goes all the way to the top, basically, is my summary
for
that series.
Literally. I've been known.
We are.
I'm excited to see how this documentary plays out, and I'll probably scream when I recognise it. I don't have a feeling it's Pastor Toby, but let's see.
Yeah, I'll tell you for a fact it's not Pastor Toby.
Okay.
I don't even know if I saw a single black person in this whole documentary, but whatever.
Okay. All right, guys. So where can they find us, BD?
They can find us on Instagram and Twitter at 2girls1doc. That's the number 2 and the number 1. I'm on Instagram at BD on eyewear. Same thing on Twitter as well, and also .com. And you are?
I am 4ends with 2 underscores on everything, but I've actually deactivated my Twitter. I'll be back soon though. So I mean, as of when we record next, I might be back. I'm not confirming, but just keep it in your mind that that's my Twitter, and I'll be back at some point.
No promises.
But I'm on Instagram, even though I'm kind of not posting, and when I come back I'm doing like a complete revamp. So in short, just follow BD for now.
Okay, rebrand.
Follow BD for now. And yeah, send me love via BD.
Cute. I hope when you come back you go through and like all my wonderful posts that I've been doing in the meantime.
Yeah, I will do. I have no clue what's been going on.
So I'll be waiting on that influx. Thank you.
My sister with 0 social media had to tell me that Cardi B was getting a divorce. I was like, oh shit. And do you know what's funny?
I'm really happy for her. I'm so happy for her.
Do you know what? I'm so happy for her because I was thinking, literally, I was on the toilet like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, it's been a while since Offset cheated. Like, I haven't heard anything about Offset cheating recently. Like, and that's literally the level it is. Like, I literally had that thought.
And this is the thing. I feel like, yeah, he cheated on her one public time that we know of, yeah. Mm-hmm. And she stayed. Cool. Everyone called her dumb, whatever. And now whatever's happened, we don't know, but she's leaving and people are still trying shit. So it's just like, I don't really, what do you want? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do bitches want from a nigga reversed? Honestly.
Literally, I'm just happy for her. She's too young, too fabulous, too rich.
She's got so much going for her,
literally,
honestly.
To be worrying about a man like that with how many kids. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing wrong with having a kid, but... But yeah, and also another thing as well, when you come off all this social media, you realise how little fucks you give. Like, everything I keep hearing about, I really don't care about. Like, you just realise this stuff just isn't important because you're not fed it constantly.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Just a little tidbit from me. I mean, I say all this to say I'll be back on Twitter, chatting shit, following celebrities.
And the thing is, it's just going to be, it's going to be amazing how easily you just slip back into it. Yeah. And it's just like, wow, now I'm on my phone all the time.
Literally back like I never left. Let's hope so.
Back like you never left.
Yeah. But thank you guys once again for still rocking with us. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Guys. I mean, I'm going to play the trailer now for Rise of the Murdoch Dynasty. If you want to watch it beforehand, before next week, so that you can kind of know what we're talking about, then do so. If you'd rather hear us talk about it and you not watch it, then fine. But I would recommend everybody watch it, whether you watch it before or after the episode, because I just feel like it's important, especially the Brits out there. Yeah. And the Americans, because you, man. Anyway, here's the trailer. Thanks for listening. Bye.
He was and remains one of the most interesting people in the world.
He always wanted at least one of his children to take over from him.
There's no other media figure that has had the kind of influence that Rupert Murdoch has had.
There's only one Rupert that we know.
Murdoch's a proper danger to liberal democracies, if liberal democracy is your thing.
A 3-part series of the inside story. The Rise of the Murdoch Dynasty on BBC Two and iPlayer.